only come from God. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It's that wisdom that causes you not to hate your enemy, not to render evil for evil. It's the wisdom that made David say, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. And that's why he never sinned his soul. That's why he never lost his anointing. So what am I trying to say? The most important thing I want you to understand is a lot of people are anointed. All these ministers, bishops, on top of the altar, preaching, they all anointed. But how many of them are really God-fearing? How many of them ain't just on the altar trying to take your money? And that's what I'm trying to tell you. During your times of poverty or when you're going through something, humble beginnings, never lose that wisdom. Never lose that fear for God, because that's when the attack's going to come. But the only thing you got is wisdom. The only thing you have is to be God-fearing. So God, praise you, may bless us, guide us, protect us, and help us to always fear God and to be wise. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
The views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
Your weekend news just got better. Exciting features. It's all about the feeling. It's the Northern Vibes with Raven Davis.
Good evening and welcome to Northern Vibes, your go-to show for everything arts, culture, entertainment, and so much more. I'm Raven Davis, and today we have a very special segment lined up just for you. We're taking a look back and highlighting some of the most memorable interviews we've shared with truly amazing guests, from talented artisans and driven entrepreneurs to inspiring creatives and hard-working fishermen. We've had the chance to hear powerful stories from across the community. And of course, we were treated to incredible performances from some of the island's standout talents. So sit back, enjoy the memories, and let's dive right in. He's not just a singer, he's a storyteller, building a legacy one song at a time. Authentic, energetic, unstoppable, it's Papa Smurf.
I took 2 years of creative writing. So like basically when I write songs, I like try to get beginning, a middle, of an end. So I want to tell you all something. I want something to happen, you know. So what the best story in life is life. So I basically just take from life things what I see, things what I, you know, things that relate to me and relate to everybody else, and I just put it inside the music. So when you hear my songs, you basically can relate to the things that I write.
And talking about life, yes. You grew up in Jonestown, 8 Mile Rock. Talk about how growing up in 8 Mile Rock has influenced your sound or even your message.
Well, it actually made me more of a humble person, because I humble beginnings, you know what I mean? Pot cakes everywhere. I used to climb tamarind tree, mango tree, pear tree. I used to climb every tree in 8 Mile Rock. So, you know what I mean? Going on the bayside, fishing, you know, going swimming and stuff like that. Everything that life have to offer. I got a real good taste of life growing up. I love the Bahamas, and I especially love where I'm from. That's why I always big up 8 Mile Rock, and no matter where I go, I big up the Bahamas, because, you know, that's what I all about.
Okay, now I have a very outlandish question to ask now, right? Chukiana. What is that? Going out to Nassau. Everybody wants to know what is Chukiana.
I sailing down to Nassau on a mailboat, and I carrying with me my coconut rum.
I had a conversation with somebody, and they tell me, say, do not tell people what Chukiana is, because there's so much people want to know what Chukiana is. But if you know me, you know I only sing positive music. So I got some people, you know, saying or thinking what they think it is, but it ain't what they think it is. It ain't what nobody think it is.
So when I release my word, it's not from my brain. It comes from a part of me, somewhere deep within. my first performance was really freestyling in front of a live audience to this guy's song that I didn't even know. And that kind of opened the door for me, and that's where I got rid of that element of fear and started entering more talent shows. The second one would have been, I think, Sky Star Search at Amnesia. I was moving with a crew back then. It was a bunch of artists, and I was probably one of the only ones that was able to, back then, perform with a live band, because you didn't see much artists back then, a rap artist at that, performing with live band, and I won. I wowed the audience, and then following that would have been Guinness Talent Search, where all of the artists from Freeport pretty much took part in. I freestyled about what I saw in the audience, and eventually I won. Took home $1,500.
Another time you were pushing to get your name known across the country, taking every opportunity to shine. Then came your collaboration with Papa Smurf, a song everyone knows and loves. We call it the Independence Anthem. I actually spoke to him and he told me how that song came together, but I'd love to hear it from your side. How did you end up on that track?
We were headed to a mutual friend's wedding in West End, and he played this track for me. And again, he was my, I would say, competition. So my goal was to get on that track and outshine him, because he was the biggest name in Freeport and in Nassau. They was like playing the song every day. Everybody knew who Papa Smurf was, and I hated it because I wanted that for me. And so when he played this song for me, I already had a verse for it. We was headed down West End, and I rapped my verse, and he was like, oh no, I came back home and write another verse. I can put you on the song or whatever. But I already knew, because he was so popular at the time, that when I got on this would be a major door that would be open for me, and it definitely did that. And so shout out to him. He opened that door for me, and that's how I got mainly in Nassau. Nassau station started recognizing who the Element was. I need my money. Let me tell you about my boy named George.
Did you ever get to share the stage with someone that you always wanted to work with?
Oh, absolutely, and it was actually recently.
Really?
So shout out to Gino D. This was Oktoberfest in Freetown, and I just was backstage, enjoying the show and singing a little background here and there. And Gino D decided to pull me out to the front.
Oh, my goodness.
Unexpected. But I'm glad he did it, and I surely enjoyed the moment. And it was a core memory for me, somebody such as an icon like that, So, yeah.
Definitely, congratulations.
Thank you.
As with everything, there are some hurdles that you have to face. What would you say has been one of the biggest challenges for you as a Bahamian entertainer?
To be honest with you, my hurdles were more internal versus external. Dealing with the anxiety with performances and in the studio, sleepless nights, self-doubt. All of those things you deal with behind the scenes, and the stuff that people don't get to see. That's what I had to deal with.
Although you still have to overcome the self-doubt and the anxiety, it doesn't come across, when you're out there performing. I've had a chance to see you perform before, and I absolutely fell in love.
Right.
But how is it that you do overcome that?
Before each of my performances, I always pray. That's like a core thing for me. I always pray and gather myself, despite the anxiousness and the fear. You understand? So when I get on stage, it's almost like running track. When you start the race, or before you start the race, you got the jitters, your belly, you get butterflies in your belly, and But once you start the race, all of that just goes away, and you just be in your element. Mm-hmm. And that's how it is for me when I'm on stage.
And now your song, I Need My Money, has been gaining a lot of traction on Apple Music. What is that moment like for you, and did you expect for people to receive it the way that they have been?
Honestly, I was not expecting it to be so big. and it's a blessing for the song to do so well. We've put in plenty of work in the background for me to come out and do the song. And the song is also featured on KB and Friends' Real Rig and Scrape album, Volume 5.
So y'all go stream it and check it out. And check out I Need My Money.
What advice would you give to young artists in the Bahamas who may want to start but don't know how to or where to start?
What I would say to younger artists or newer artists coming into the music industry is to persevere. That's the word for the day. Persevere. You know, people start something and you just stop. You'll never get a chance to see the fruition of what it is you're doing.
That last soundbite reminded us that the journey of an artist is rarely easy. Behind every finished piece is a story of sacrifice, doubt, and determination. You heard firsthand how these creatives push through challenges many never see, choosing perseverance over giving up and passion over fear. And that same commitment to pursue is shaping the next generation. In our next segment, we take a step into the classroom where one local performing arts educator saw a gap and chose to fill it. At a time when music programs were being questioned, she stood firm, believing that creativity belongs in education. From the ground up, she advocated for the arts and gave young people confidence, proving that music isn't just a hobby, but a viable and meaningful career path. Take a look. In 2013, I think it was,
yes,
you launched the Performing Arts course. What
yes,
does that entail, and what was that aha moment when you decided that, you know, this kind of program is needed?
Well, one year we had our professional development, and the music officer, Jodine, at the time, she came in and she was talking to us, and we were telling her, you know, music in the school is just an elective. And she was like, why are you guys operating under an elective system? In Nassau, performing arts is a course. That's all she had to tell me. I went home and I started brainstorming, and I actually wrote a proposal to present for a performing arts course to be launched here. Because of course, you know, St. George's is kind of like a magnet school for a lot of different courses. We had marine biology, auto mechanics, cosmetology, carpentry, and so it's just now one more added thing for the students to be able to choose performing arts as a career path.
With most things that are new, you know, you face some level of opposition, some hurdles. Would you say you faced any hardship when you were creating this course, and how would you say the course has evolved over the years?
I think initially my biggest hurdle was just kind of getting people to believe in it. And then also kind of setting the precedence that they're not just here to perform, they're not just here to make the school look good, but they actually have requirements of their own. So when the kids come in, they're met with requirements and things that they have to do. And so I try to make that priority. And then again, parents, they believe this is just for fun, right? So getting them to believe that the students can actually have a lucrative career in performing arts, in music, and it's something that even if they don't major in college, it's still something that can help them, that can enhance them, that they can take with them in the future.
Definitely. How do you get parents to believe in creative arts?
I guess that's where the success stories come in. At first it was a struggle because we didn't have anything to show because these kids are just here. But then after you have kids starting to go off to school, and then you have like, you see the kids performing, and then you see all the accolades that they get. Then it's like, okay, now I have something to show, right? I have, hey, this child went off to college and they got a scholarship in music and performing arts. This one went to Canada, this one went to Stillman. So when you start building that kind of rapport, then parents are like, oh, okay. And then now with social media, they actually get to see the kids and see what it is they're doing. It's like, okay, I want my child to go there because I see something positive happen.
Her story shows us that impact doesn't always happen on a stage. It often starts with belief, vision, and the courage to challenge the status quo. And while some shape lives in classrooms, others build their livelihoods on the open water. Next, we journey to the coastline where hard work meets the rhythm of the sea. We meet two individuals whose days begin near the water, earning a living through skill, certification, and determination. One is a commercial diver who speaks about the freedom and responsibility that comes with life beneath the waves. The other is a young entrepreneur bringing fresh ideas to Grand Bahama, blending tradition with innovation. Different paths, shared discipline, and a deep respect for the ocean that sustains them. Let's dive in. Roy Brown has dedicated more than 30 years to the fishing industry, carving out a life defined by hard work, deep water, and true independence. Before entering the world of commercial diving, Roy served as a police officer, often watching local fishermen head out toward the horizon. The freedom they carried with them, the self-reliance on life on the sea, sparked something in him. Eventually, he traded in his badge for a mask, fins, and a new calling. Based in West End, Roy is known primarily as a commercial diver, specializing in conch and lobster, demanding work that takes skill, stamina, and nerves of steel. He holds open water scuba certification from Grand Bahama Scuba and has built years of hands-on experience by learning directly from seasoned boatmen and divers. Their guidance helped him master boat handling, underwater technique, and the unspoken knowledge that only comes from time beneath the surface.
For people watching at home, what is a typical day like for a commercial fisherman like yourself? Just paint that picture for us.
Well, I mean, I have a friend, Keno Russell, and I learned a whole lot of stuff from him. And you asked the question, when does your day start? Really, the day starts from the day before. You know, you have to, like, get your gears together. You make sure you have fuel in your boat. You want to make sure your compressor is working properly. You want to check your trailer out, make sure the tire and everything is inflated properly on your trailer. So it really starts from the day before, and then you get up about 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, like when I used to work with Keno Russell, I mean, he's calling me around 6 o'clock, and, you know, he's asking me, hey, Brown, when are you going to be in West End?
Wow.
You know, so it starts kind of early, a lot of times before sunrise, and, you know, you're on the road pulling the boat, making your way to West End.
And how long do you typically stay out on the water if you're starting your day from 5 a.m.?
Well, it all depends. I mean, the boat can only hold so much. So if you're dealing with conch, I mean, I have a boat that is a 22-footer. My capacity when it comes to conch may be about 700. And it all depends on whether you're on good conch ground or not. I mean, there would have been times when we went out around 7:30 and we were able to come back in by 12. And other times when you don't find the conch, because you're traveling a whole lot of distance, sometimes we go about 25, 26 miles, 30 miles. If you don't find it, you have to keep searching until you do, because you don't want to come in empty-handed.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so that could probably go until about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Do you remember the first time you went deep underwater? Talk about what that moment was like for you, especially being by yourself.
Well, I mean, the water is intimidating, you know, because it isn't natural for you to be able to breathe underwater. So you have to basically trust what you would have been trained in, and you have to trust those people you're working with.
What would you say has been the scariest moment for you while you were underwater?
I had several scary moments, but the one that stands out the most is there was a time I was diving around a place called Tiger Beach. I mean, Tiger Beach is a popular spot in West End because a lot of the tourists come over to scuba dive at Tiger Beach. There's a lot of tiger sharks there. And I was about 26 feet under, and I'm on the bottom collecting conch, and I started to come up and I saw this shadow. I thought it was like a submarine, how big the shadow was, and it was a hammerhead shark. I mean, it's a popular hammerhead shark. It was about like 16 feet or more.
Wow.
And my heart started to pump. It was like, okay, I'm here by myself. What am I gonna do? But the thing is, if they already see you, basically they could get you if they want. I mean, they saw you first. So I just relaxed. I kind of figured if he wanted to attack, he would have. I took my time and I swam back up to the boat.
And as we wrap up, where do you see the fishing industry in the next 10 years?
I think the fishing industry for the Bahamas will continue to be a healthy industry. Our country is 100,000 square miles. The land mass is 5,000 square miles. So you're looking at about 95,000 square miles of water. We are a water nation. So if there's no fishing, there's no Bahamas. So, and I see us being here for another, I mean, thousands of years. We're not going to go anywhere. You know, we're going to build our country to withstand climate change or climate shift. I mean, whichever one you want to use. And we would continue to survive from the marine life that the Bahamas offers.
Meet Benico Banabe, a young Grand Bahamian boat captain who isn't just riding the waves, he's creating new ones.
Who is Benico Banabe and what drives you as a young Bahamian entrepreneur?
The field was in high school doing marine biology. That was my course in school. And during that is when I realized that this is what I wanted to do.
And then later on, you worked at a dive company?
Yeah, actually the same place that we did the course was at UNEXO. And after graduating, I worked there for a few years, and that's where I got my captain's license. And later on, I worked various jobs as a captain for years in Bimini, in Freeport, some in the industrial sector. I went to Exuma as a captain, in Nassau, all over the Bahamas.
What do you love most about being a boat captain?
What I love most about it is that it's work, but it's something that I would be doing for free. So this is actually what I would do if I wasn't working. This is what I would be doing. So it doesn't feel like work. So that's what I love about it most.
Now, when did you first see a jet car and what made you think Grand Bahama needs this?
I first saw it actually online when they first came out in Dubai. I've seen it a few in Nassau, and understand that Grand Bahama doesn't have much to do, and this is where I'm from. So I originally wanted to bring it here. Welcome to Island Rush.
And take us into the intricacies of starting a business like this.
So actually pretty smooth. Just getting your permits, your insurances. The hardest part was obtaining the equipment, but after that, the process wasn't very difficult. Of course, it was a bit easier because I have all of the qualifications that you need. Being a captain and my SCCW, I just registered everything under me, and I'm the sole employee for now, so it wasn't very difficult.
Did you ever think to yourself that you would be the proprietor of a business where people drive cars on water?
If I said yes, I would be lying. Definitely not. But I have always seen myself as a businessman. Just excited now to finally be making the step into entrepreneurship and owning my own business. And something as unique as this, what I'm actually passionate about, I feel blessed to be doing it.
Well, it was a whole lot of vibes happening during those interviews, and as we mentioned at the top of the show, we had some truly amazing performances throughout the year. So stick around. When we come back, we'll be spotlighting those performances and bringing that energy right back to your screen.
Step into styles at Indulgence Ladies Boutique, located in number 5B Kent Building, just 2 doors down from D's Watch Repair. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., bringing you fashion for every occasion. Weddings, funerals, christenings, birthday, brunches, or just a night out. From plus size to regular, they've got the perfect fit for you. Discover handbags, perfume, body oils, fascinators, belt, and so much more. All in one place. Give them a call today at 826-0110. Indulgence Ladies Boutique, where fashion meets confidence.
Hello. What time is the flight? No one asked us to go. Hello. Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama. Our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Now, Shamiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about... there's that energy you've been waiting for. Welcome back to Northern Vibes. We're bringing you the best performances from Bahamian artists, pure talent, unstoppable vibes, and the kind of music that makes you move.
Boy, the internet greedy, you know. Once you feed it, you can't take it back. No, boy, you can't. Crank it up. What you give to the internet, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. What you give to the internet, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. Everything you do, everything you say, you can't take back. You can't take back. Everything you post, everything you share, you can't take back. You can't take back. Listen. Some people have a story to tell. Some people choose to share it, and that's fine. But some people, they just go too far. Cause everything don't need to go online. Some become popular with just one post, but they don't tell them when they doing the most. So just be careful what you share, my friend. It could come back and bite you in the end. Cause what you give to the internet, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. What you give to the internet, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. No, you can't take back. Everything you do, everything you say, can't take back. Can't take back. Everything you post, everything you share, you can't take back.
Let's get to it. This one for all the Grand Bahamians. If you're watching me on your TV screens, in your bedroom, in your living room, on your back porch, just rock up with me. Welcome to an Element Experience. Let's go. Hey, hey. If you know it, sing it in your homes. 1, 2, I'm coming home. Hey, why? Because I've been gone too long. Too long, too long, too long. Say, why? Cause it's where I belong. Listen, yo, hey. Yes, I've been gone too long. Time for me to go back home. I got to go pack up my bags and roll back to where I born and grow. I seen the news, Grand Bahama's on the move. And if I snooze, I lose. No time to waste. Opportunity awaits, and I've got to be in place. I had to get her, ay, to take care of my family. Leaving was not easy. So many nights I prayed, just forgot to make a way. So call the travel agency.
Hello, sir. A round trip ticket for you?
No. This time I'm on a one-way coming home. Hey, why? Because I've been gone too long. I need my money.
Let me tell you about my boy named George. I lend him $100 till tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, George disappear. And now he phone awake and he don't care. Now the money gone, oh, run the I no. Better call the popo. Why all this get like that? I need my money, nothing. Money, work hard for my money, and I need it right now. I need my money, nothing.
The performances this year truly set the tone, full of energy, passion, and undeniable talent. From powerful vocals to crowd-moving rhythms, each performance brought its own vibe and told a story that stayed with us long after the lights went down. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, there's more Northern Vibes coming your way.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama, our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Shamiko had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about. Now that brings us to the end of our Northern Vibes 2025 highlight recap. This year was filled with powerful conversations, unforgettable performances, and moments that truly captured the spirit of our communities. From the voices we heard to the stories we shared, every episode reflected the creativity, resilience, and culture that defined the North. As we look ahead to 2026, we're excited for even more stories, more talent, and even more vibes to share with you. On behalf of the entire team, we want to say thank you for tuning in, supporting us, and being a part of this journey. I'm Raven Davis. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you next year. Until then, keep the vibes alive.
Brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force pulls 3 patrol vessels from active duty for full repairs. Plus, Bahamas Power and Light has joined with 2 major electrical unions to spread holiday cheer. In sports, competition heats up on the court. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. So glad you can join us. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. 3 Royal Bahamas Defense Force patrol vessels will be taken out of service tonight as part of a major refurbishment effort to strengthen the country's maritime security. The HMBS Raleigh Gray, HMBS Arthur D. Hanna, and HMBS Cascarilla will be loaded onto a heavy lift ship and transported to the Netherlands for full repairs after years of missed maintenance. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, says while the vessels are out of service, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force remains fully operational and is taking steps to expand and upgrade its fleet.
Raleigh Gray, the HMBS A.D. Hanna, and the HMBS Cascarilla will be loaded onto the heavy lift ship Yacht Servant to be taken back across the Atlantic to the Netherlands, to Damen shipyards, where they will be totally repaired and refit to be returned to service. Currently, the 3 vessels are out of service and not available to the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. This transport and repair and refit will bring them back to the fight.
Now, while the vessels will be temporarily unavailable, Monroe says Royal Bahamas Defense Force remains operational, supported by new assets and international assistance. Earlier this year, the Defense Force commissioned 4 new safe boats, added 2 more 41-foot interceptors, and received a U.S.-backed donation of marine engines, spare parts, and tools valued at more than $1.3 million.
We're taking positive steps to return these 3 vessels back operational, as well as steps are going to be taken shortly to return the HMBS L.L. Smith back to service. They will join the upgraded complement of Defense Force vessels in terms of the 4 41-foot safe boat fast interceptors that were received earlier this year. And they have also put back in service at least one of the 50-meter Dauntless crafts that were out of service. This will increase the surface assets available to the Defense Force to conduct patrols. At the same time, the Defense Force is completing the recruitment exercise for another squad of recruits.
Well, as Bahamians turn to online shopping and to digital payments for those Christmas gifts, police say criminals are finding new ways to exploit the public. Our West Colleague Forbes sat down with the Royal Bahamas Police Force and has this report.
As scammers become more sophisticated, police say more Bahamians are falling victim to financial crimes. Inspector Omar Neely of the Financial Crime Investigation Branch explains what to watch for and how to protect yourself.
When you're paying with your card, you never want to have your card leave your sight. You always want to be able to see what's going on with your card. If you're at a restaurant where the card machine can't be brought to your table, you politely follow the waiter to where the cash register is and have them to swipe the card or swipe it yourself within your view. You never want to lose sight of your card. That's the most important thing.
Debit card fraud is one of the most common financial crimes during Christmas. It happens when criminals get a hold of someone's card information and carry out unauthorized transactions. Another growing concern is smishing, a scam where criminals send message pretending to be from a bank or financial institution. Fidelity Bank manager gives some tips to prevent getting scammed.
Never expose yourself to those types of instances because you are the primary protector and the first line of defense. Second line of defense is turn on all notifications. If you don't have notifications, call your bank and find out how to turn on notifications because it's incredibly important. At Fidelity, you would get notifications through our app as well as through email, directly to your email. Those instant alerts help you to know whenever something occurs on your account, whenever there's movement in or out, you automatically know.
Police say scammers do not target one specific age group. Still, some scams are designed to prey on older people, while others specifically target women using fear or familiarity to gain trust. Also of serious concern, online market scams.
Persons have been making a lot of online purchases, like Facebook, Marketplace, etc. And that's been a vexing problem as well. You want to be aware of certain red flags. For example, I wouldn't purchase any items online without seeing the individual or seeing the items personally. So I'll encourage members of the public to be very aware, be very concerned where persons give you a name, that's as their name, and then ask you to send funds to another name or to another account.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Well, some good tips there, just in time for the holidays. Wes, thanks much. Police investigating two separate armed robberies in the capital Saturday. And the first incident just after 7 p.m., an armed man in an orange construction vest and helmet robbed staff and patrons at a Robinson Road business before fleeing. And the second, shortly after 2 a.m., 3 armed men confronted a resident on Sunlight College off East Street, assaulting him and taking cash and personal items. Investigations continue. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. There's more after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
The administrators, teachers, and students of Delma Gibson Primary School welcomed Education Minister, the Honourable Glenys Hanna Martin, and other education officials to their school with a special assembly themed Excellence in Every Step, Purpose in Every Action. Minister Hannah Martin and Director Dominique McCartney-Russell expressed their gratitude to the administrators and educators and commended the school's recent accomplishments.
I want to thank all of the teachers and the administrators of this school in helping to build these young people. You are proving all of the naysayers, the D average and all the negative talks about our children. Our children are great. They're the future of this nation. We will not talk them down. We will build them up. Hats off to Ms. Rowan and your team. And let me tell you, the minister has mandated that we put our focus where the priorities ought to be, on literacy and numeracy, on fluency and oracy. We want our children to be able to express themselves and, of course, to develop critical thinking skills.
Principal Yolanda Roll underscored Thelma Gibson Primary School's outstanding academic and athletic performance, especially highlighting the remarkable number of internationally published authors among its current student body.
Our students, for the last 3 years, have become international published authors. In 2023-2024, 27 out of 28 classes became international published authors.
Jonalee McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Welcome back. Bahamas Power and Light, the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union, and the Bahamas Electrical Utility Managerial Union have partnered this festive season to bring a little holiday cheer to families that may need it. The organizations collectively made a $2,000 donation to International Deliverance Praying Ministry headed by Bishop Lawrence Roll. The funds are set to assist with the church's feeding outreach. BPL CEO Tony Seymour says the Bahamas Power and Light gladly joined with the Bahamas Electrical Workers Union, matching its funds after that union decided to make a donation to the church. Bahamas Electrical Workers Union President Kyle Wilson says it is always good to assist those in need.
It is our pleasure to make this presentation to you today to let you know that we support what it is that you're doing in the community. And we're not just about keeping the lights on, we're about empowering lives and improving lives.
You know, even though we're giving back, it's celebrating God's goodness, grace, mercy, and favor on us as a people here at BPL, that we can actually give back to the less fortunate, the least lost and left behind. And so I'm so happy that CEO Seymour would have partnered with the unions, BPL's PR team, and would have come down and we'd have served the community and we'd have given back from what God has done for us. And so I'm just elated.
Check with gratitude. Pastor of the International Praying Deliverance Ministry, Bishop Lawrence Roll, says a gesture comes at the right time.
Next Wednesday is supposed to be Christmas Eve.
Yes, sir.
And they were calling me to see where we're going to have this party. I said, I don't have any money because I use everything I have.
Yes,
today, whether you believe it or not, because of they could hardly find food to eat. Panny cake is in some of them places. Panny cake. God, you know about panny cake from Cat Island, eh? Banana panny cake. Now, that those of you on Wednesday coming, we could have the Christmas party.
Bahamian spiritual leader, prophetess Dr. Maddie Nottage, being recognized internationally for her exceptional leadership and influence. The honor presented by Mayor Denise D. Grant and the city commissioners of Lauderhill, Florida, signaled her out from more than 200 pastors for her community impact.
To all of you, I am just so much humbled at this moment. The Lord called my husband and I. We started to work in the Bahamas over 20-something years ago. Shortly after that, he began to target us to the United States, Africa, Brazil, Ireland, all over the world. But then we started coming here at Florida. But we've been here in the city of Lauderhill, I believe, for about 4 years. And so we are grateful.
Dr. Nottage heads a worldwide ministry reaching millions across several continents. With her husband, Apostle Edison Nottage, she recently expanded their work with the launch of a new global church and multi-purpose facility on a 12-acre site in Georgia. She delivered a message of empowerment to the city of Lauderhill's mayor and her leadership team.
We know that God is keeping Lauderhill, and He's going to do great things right here in the city of Lauderhill. And we're praying for this, and we're standing with you for this. And believing God, even as we're coming in December to stand on that path, we're just declaring it, that we will pray and come together, and we will pray that the God that answers all prayers will answer the prayers of you and your committee for Lauderhill. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, congrats and all the best. As Christmas makes its way into communities across the Bahamas this week, members of Parliament are spreading more than just holiday cheer. They're delivering smiles, gift boxes, and moments of togetherness. West Calix Forbes tells us more.
From Pinewood to Tall Pines, festive celebrations brought families out in full force, turning ordinary spaces into hubs of joy, laughter, and Christmas spirit.
Well, this is our fifth Christmas extravaganza, and this one is probably the biggest one. Every year, well, every special occasion, whether it be Christmas, whether it be Easter, whether it be back to school, we put on an event here in Pinewood. This is going to be the last one until the next general election. But it's, you know, the season of Advent, and we just want the kids and the adults. The kids section is from 2 to 4, and then we have the adults later on where we'll have more foods and drinks and a good time. But
over in Tall Pines, the focus was on creating an experience for the entire family and not just for the little ones.
It's important because when the parents come, they're just sitting down, nothing's going on. So we have food, we have drinks, so that when the children are here, the parents could be occupied. We have a lot of adults here who are monitoring the children activity. We have games, we have bouncing castle, and of course we have the necessary gifts. And so today I'm so happy that the residents of Tall Pines are scheduled to come out in large numbers and to be a part of this wonderful event.
But the celebration didn't start at the event. Dr. Darville and his team took Christmas directly to the residents' doorsteps.
Because for the last 6 days, it's been crazy. We've been going door to door, giving out gifts in the community. We've been well received, and we are grateful for the residents to open their doors and allow us to be a part of this gift-giving ceremony as we approach the Christmas, the 25th of December. Of the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Remember, the reason for the season is God, and it's not so much about us, and it's a time of giving.
As Christmas Day draws near, the message ringing loud across constituencies is simple. Joy is better when it's shared. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix-Forbes.
Well, the holiday season is here, and 2 constituencies are receiving Christmas cheer courtesy of their members of Parliament, providing families with the perfect opportunity to celebrate the season of giving. Here's Mauritian Barros.
2 members of Parliament bringing the joy of the season directly to their constituents through festive celebrations this weekend. In the Freetown constituency, Salem Park coming alive with games, meals, and treats, offering children a safe space to play while parents can receive a much-needed moment to relax and recharge.
We are offering them time to play, relax, get something to eat, have little things they shouldn't eat, like the cotton candy and the rest of that, just on this one occasion. And then we have a treat bag for them. And the parents are out with them, which is good to see. So just a break from what we are generally doing as we move through and try and uplift the community.
While the event provides families with an early Christmas gift, Monroe says it remains centered around building a sense of community that is often missing during seasons like this.
Town, 5 Pound Lot, Lion Road, all over this constituency you have different community groups. But we want there to be a sense of community because that's what we're losing. That you don't know your neighbor, therefore you don't care about your neighbor. We need to get back to knowing each other so we can care about each other, and especially in this season where the Prince of Peace came to show love for all of us, and we're supposed to emulate him.
Minister Mario Bollet keeping the same community-centered momentum going in the Garden Hills constituency. The treats and sweets at his constituency's annual Christmas fair, uniting the Garden Hills community.
Important to build our community. You know, they say it takes a village to grow up a child. And, you know, and nowadays you don't have these close-knit communities where neighbors are really looked after each other. And what we try to do in Garden Hills, not only with our Crime Watch and neighborhood divisions, but also have socials where where individuals in the community can get to know each other, neighbors.
Boleg says the event is also a way to say thanks to residents who continue to support the Garden Hills constituency.
Of course, we got a lot of gifts to give out, and all of these different games that the kids will be playing, and rides and on the bouncing castle. But it's just to show appreciation back to the community of Garden Hills and let them know I'm still loving them. Of course, their support of church today shows that their love back for me, and we want to continue as we head into this last stretch towards 2026 that, you know, the adults and the kids are happy.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Mauritian Barros.
The community-led Christmas initiative returned to Key West Street for a second year, bringing hope and holiday cheer to families facing financial challenges. Senior pastor of Bethany Baptist Cathedral, Dr. Mateo Smith, says the event was created to ease the pressures many residents feel during the Christmas season and to reinforce the church's role in giving back.
Well, this is our second annual Christmas on Key West Street, an event that the Holy Spirit birthed in me last year, December. I know that during this Christmas season, especially for this community, that we find that a lot of folks are challenged financially. I know some persons are not able to have the Christmas spirit they wish to have with all the bills, the high cost of living and so forth. So it's really about, giving back as to what I believe the church should be doing. Our mission is to give back to the community.
Organizers say the initiative goes beyond celebration, focusing on service, faith, and uplifting the wider community.
When we think about Christmas, yes, Jesus is always the reason for the season, but I believe as believers and as Christians, it's important that we do the mission work of Christ to support community. This Anglican community especially is important to me, and these families are important to me to make sure they have a happy holiday. And I think that that's one thing our mission should look at, ensuring that the entire Bahama land can have a good holiday.
Well, good stuff. Sports is up next.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
Diet-friendly special.
Hiding so you don't have to share. That's crazy. But sharing a 12-pack? That just makes sense. The new Crazy Puffs 12-pack. It's not crazy, it's Little Caesars.
Get your 12-pack Crazy Puff now for just $13.50, VAT inclusive, at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Hollis Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza. Little Caesars, crazy in all the best ways.
Pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Welcome to your stress-free Sunday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, the Giorgio Baldacci Open Tennis Nationals wrapping up earlier today at the National Tennis Center, the three-day event featuring pro circuit, national, and collegiate players. For the women, a new champion crowned as Simone Pratt would take the throne against Addison Monroe.
It was great this year to be the national champion. I put in a lot of work preparing and going out there and playing every match the best as I could. I had to just take it one point at a time, try not to, pull the trigger too fast and try to play out the points a little bit more and hit with a little bit more spin and, play a little bit more strategic and smart.
And for the runner-up, the youngest contender shares her thoughts on the journey to the gold medal matchup.
I feel like I played great in all the matches, and I feel like there's always things that I could work on better. And my mindset was mostly positive, but I think I could work more on my mental stuff.
Over on the men's court, it was a back-and-forth grudge match between Louisville Cardinals commit Gerald Carroll and Davis Cup gold medalist Michael Major Jr. A battle between two friends saw Carroll becoming the 2025 men's champion.
It's a solid win. First set was tough, 7-5. I had to save 2 set points, and it was a good battle. He's He's a great player. I mean, everything to him. He played a great match. I came out, I stayed solid, and I executed. Followed the game plan, and I came out with the win.
For Major Jr., he's still hopeful for the group's future in tennis as they look to train for the upcoming Davis Cup.
Respect to Gerald, really good player. I knew it was going to be tough today, and congratulations to him for winning his first trials and also being on the Davis Cup team for the first time. I mean, I think I played him in his first ever match, ever. So, I mean, to see the level that he's at now, I mean, we had some battles. I think I got him the last time, but respect to him. I'm going to get him next time.
In local track news, the track season opening up yesterday at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium for the 2026 season as the odd distance meet was in full effect. Our ZNS Total Sports team catching up with coaches on using the meet to prepare for the upcoming season.
Today is for us all the good side. We have a lot of talent, on the men and on the women's side. Some stand out. Some from Redline and some from other clubs, and just want to tell the coach to continue to keep developing and keep encouraging these kids, and keep motivating them.
This is all distance, so obviously none of the times going to be official for no qualifier or whatnot for Garufta, but it's more like practice for my kids. Usually we would do a 300, 600 for time trial, so that's what I'm using it for.
To see where they are, see what we got to work on going into the season. And just to gauge now, should we give them more speed? Should we give them more endurance workout? But this is merely a time trial for them to go there, have fun, and just try to put it together.
And in the NBA last night, the Bimini boy VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers back at home where they face the 2025 #1 NBA draft pick Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks. The 76ers rookie putting on a show in front of the Philly fans, contributing to the 121-114 win with 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. The 76ers go again on Tuesday where they will face the Brooklyn Nets at 7 p.m. And that's been your stress-free Sunday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Have a great week, everyone.
Hi, I'm Brent, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road. If you haven't shopped with us before, please give us a chance. We pride ourselves on terrific customer service. Our store is clean, large, we have thousands of products, we're open 7 days a week, and we have a nice, wide, spacious, comfortable layout for you to enjoy. Visit us in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road or shop online at cbsbahamas.com.
Carpets, bed sheets, and that mat, there's a place I know. For shower curtains, comforters, and window curtains, only one place to go. Fixing your home or automotive, there's no fuss. We put a smile on your face, come and shop with us. For all you need and more, shop at AID for Christmas.
When I think of this family, the only word that comes to my mind is dysfunctional. Mama leading the bandwagon and throwing her money away. Doug ain't never got no money. And Daisy don't know what to do with hers. Join us at the Atlantis Theater on December 26th for Dynamite Daisy, The Valley and the Shadow of Death. 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. showings. $50 for general admission and $75 for VIP. You don't want to miss it.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Diane Dorsett joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Let's dive right into what's shaping our weather for the next few days. A weak cold front is moving into the central Bahamas, and as it passes through, it'll bring a few spotty showers near the frontal boundary tonight. Now, behind that front, though, expect much stronger winds to take over. And with Christmas now just 4 days away, that cool air is helping to put a holiday feel in the air across the country. Now, outside of studios this evening, conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 78 degrees. Winds are north-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Humidity is at 67%, and pressure is standing at 30.13 inches or 1,020.4 millibars. Now, a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. In Freeport City, Green Turtle Key and Bullocks Harbor, 81 degrees. Allenstown, Bimini, 78. Marsh, Upper Abaco, 77. Fresh Creek, Central Andrews, 79 degrees. Kemps Bay, South Andrews, and Black Point, Exuma, 80 degrees, as well as Harper Island. Roxanne and Luther, 78 degrees. Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rumkey, and Georgetown, Exuma, 79. And for our southernmost islands, Clarencetown, Crooked Island, Raglan Island, 81 degrees. Betsy Bay and Acklands and Matthewtown, Inaga, 82. And for the Turks and Caicos Islands, 81 degrees. Now turning to your boating forecast. For all areas tonight, winds will be northeast at 12 to 18 knots, seas at 3 to 6 feet, high tide at 8:51 tonight, and therefore a small craft of caution is advised. Now for boaters in all areas tomorrow, winds will be northeast at 20 to 25 knots, seas at 6 to 9 feet, a high tide at 9:03 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 3:36 in the afternoon. Now, our satellite picture shows patchy clouds drifting into the central Bahamas, tied to the approaching front. Now, for tonight, we're expecting a temperature of 73 degrees, partly cloudy, becoming windier and warm with a couple of showers. And tomorrow, very windy, partly sunny, with a temperature of 79 degrees. Now, looking ahead to your extended forecast, expect very windy conditions through the week, along with mild daytime temperatures and chilly nights. The winds ease up just in time for Christmas Day, making for comfortable conditions for church services, family gatherings, and all those holiday celebrations like Junkanoo. So if you're like me, when the temperatures drop anywhere below 70, let's go ahead and pull out those sweaters and enjoy what's shaping up to be a pleasant and festive holiday week across the islands. Desmond.
Great weather. That does it for the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping us in shape and in your studios and television for the weekend. That does it. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
At Government House, I'm Regis Cartwright. This is ZNS.